you a new vlog. So the sun did rise, but it's gone again, so it's overcast like the last few weeks. And I've started working, but now I gotta feel tired. This is gonna be an exciting vlog, as you might have already seen by the title. So I do really hope you enjoy it, and let's continue. So the weather finally got better actually, but my throat hurts and I've had a productive morning. I recorded the in and out video that I published last, and I edited it and uploaded it and did some other stuff, but I'm not feeling well because of my throat, and I decided to just do nothing for a bit. Later maybe we're gonna go to a play date outside with my son, and I have to work in the evening as well. And so I thought I'd better rest a bit, make sure that I can actually do all of that. And I'm using my hot water bottle. I just put like tap water, like the hottest tap water in there. And I think that's about 60 degrees Celsius, which is what this bottle says is like the hottest you're supposed to put in there. But I know a lot of people put like boiling water. I don't know. How do you do it? But whenever I try to do really nothing, I remember a lot of stuff I wanted to do or I was supposed to do. So I'm gonna answer a message from a friend that I haven't answered for several days now. Now, and it's time to record our very first podcast episode. So we have launched a podcast, and by we I mean Paulina and me. And by now maybe you know who Paulina is. She is from the channel Less Pauli, and I think she's been in like several of my videos now, and I've been in some of her videos, so I highly recommend you check her out here. And of course, please check out our podcast. It's in English and we're talking about various different topics. Sustainability, minimalism, being content creators, living in Germany, stuff that we're thinking about, stuff we're struggling with, stuff that is maybe helpful. And of course, you can also suggest topics for the podcast, and I'm gonna link you the podcast down below. But now, I mean, I'm talking about a podcast that doesn't exist yet. I'm preparing everything here. I have my microphone, I have my computer, I have my phone to call her, and yeah, let's see how this works out. So it's the first time we're recording a podcast episode, and I'm a bit nervous because, I mean, many things can go wrong, and my throat is hurting still, of course. So that's not like the best health situation to start a podcast, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Let's just hope everything works. Ah, she's calling. Hallo? Ich auch. Oh, that really sounds crazy to me. Like every week we got our like fruit and veggie box, and let me show you what we have in here today. Potatoes. Oh, some carrots, and look at their color. I think it's also interesting what kind of like different carrots exist.
So I told you yesterday that I was recording a podcast episode. I mean, you saw that. But something already went wrong. So by saving my file, it kind of didn't save part of it. So we only have the first 20 minutes, which means we're re-recording our first podcast episode now. I really hope this is not going to happen a lot. And I'm trying to do everything that it's not. But that's what I'm doing now. So I'm talking a lot about the weather in this vlog, but it was just sunshine outside and now it's super gray and starting to rain again. But I have Paulina here with me today because we made like a cover art picture for our podcast and I think we're done. It was a bit of a struggle, but it worked out and I'm gonna show you. We shot it on my camera, put it on my computer, I sent it over to Paulina and she edited it again and now she sent it back. So we have it here and I'll actually show it to you on the podcast. So this is actually how our podcast looks in the back on Anchor where we're hosting it. And this is the picture we just took. And as you can see, we already have some listens, but actually I think it's just us listening to the episode.
Schaut so aus und da steht nämlich auch Spotify hören, weitere Plattformen. Dann können die Leute sich und den Link würde ich nehmen.
Ja, das macht am meisten Sinn. Kannst du mir den einfach mal schicken, weil ich poste. So Paulina and I finished up all we had to do, or actually we were just, taking the cover art picture. But now I just recorded another podcast episode for Patreon. This time it's about like being introverted and extroverted and actually a conflict I kind of have with that. So I share some very, very personal stories and feelings. And if you're interested in that, please check out my Patreon and maybe subscribe to it. But this vlog is about the podcast and so I also just want to say, check out our podcast, please, because we're also going to talk about more personal things there and we're just going to talk for longer. So everything that maybe cannot be talked about in a video or also just like the fact that we're two people talking to each other makes it a different thing. So I really hope you'll enjoy that. And actually, I really wanted to take you out into nature in every single vlog that I make because I think it's just a fun part and beautiful in general. But let's be honest, I haven't really been outside during the past few days because I've been sick. I've been really, really sick. Actually, one day I was just laying around. I could not do anything. I still kind of have a cold. And it's just been overcast and cold and boring weather all the time. But so for the end of this vlog, I decided to come outside and go for a little walk. And it's always a great decision, I think. Don't forget to check out the podcast. It's linked down below as well as Patreon. And I do hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you in my next one or in the one that I'm gonna link you here. So check that out as well. And bye bye.